everyone, and welcome to my craft room. This is the last day, day 7 of my 7-day Day of Happiness challenge. So happy Happiness Day, everyone. It's March the 20th, which is International Happiness Day, although I haven't seen a lot of it on social media or anything. There's lots and lots of scary things, but nothing too happy. But anyway, if this is your happy for today, then thanks for joining me. It definitely is my happy for the day. I'm just checking that my iPad and my sound are okay. Wish they are, so that's fine. We can plough on. So before I get crafting today, this is the card here that I'm going to be doing, card number 7. Purely selfishly, because it is my favourite stamp set at the moment and with my favourite embossing folder. I am very happy with this card, and I'll be making it shortly. But first, I thought I would draw the lucky winner of my 7 card giveaway. So everyone who has commented is in on a little tab of paper here and in this little box. So I'm going to draw a name. I do have to thank a couple of special ladies, Kim and Brenda. Brenda from UK and Kim from the US, who have commented and liked all 7 or 6 of the videos so far. So thank you, ladies. Regardless of the draw, I will be sending you something special over the next couple of days, so look out in your mailboxes for those. Thank you so much. Anyway, in I go. Perfectly independent drawing. I've even got my eyes looking out the window, so I will pick a name. There we go. And the lucky winner is Jackie Prentice of the UK. Jackie, you've won all 7 of the cards that I've been making over the last 7 days. If you could send me an email with your address, and I will post those cards to you, as I said, as soon as I can get your address. So that's Jackie Prentice of the UK. I'll pop my email address in the comments for you. If you can send me an email, I will send you all 7 cards. If I haven't heard from Jackie over the next week or so, I'll redraw. But Jackie, if you could send me an email, I will get with your address and I will send them to you. Congratulations. Okay, so that's the draw over and done with. As I say, Brenda and Kim, I'll be sending you something special as well. So thank you so much for bearing with me for the 7 days. Okay, so as I say, today I'm going to be doing something that makes me happy. I'm going to be using the Positive Thoughts stamp set, which is definitely something we need at the moment, and the stone embossing folder, which I don't know why, but it is just my absolute favourite at the moment. I'm absolutely adoring it, and hopefully when you see what I do with it, you will too. Okay, so let's get crafting. I've got everything cut and die cut, so I'll just show you what I've got here. I'm going to be using Petal Pink as the basis for this card. So I have a Petal Pink card base. I've cut this one as a portrait card rather than a landscape card. No special reason, it's just that I had a piece of Petal Pink that was cut like that, so I thought I'd use it, save wasting cardstock. I have another piece of Petal Pink which is cut a 1/4 inch smaller than my card base. So this is 3 7/8 by 5.5, and I've already popped that through my stone embossing folder. Hopefully you can see that in the light as to why that's one of my favourite things. I don't know, it's just earthy and organic, and I really like it. So hopefully you do too. So I've popped that through already, so you don't have to watch me doing that. Using the Positive Thoughts die cut set. I've got, this is in Seaside Foam. This is a lovely soft green, and I've cut the this little layer, this little square rectangle from it with a lovely decorative stitched edge. And I've got another one in Whisper White, which is what I'm actually going to be doing my stamping on. So I've got two lovely stitched rectangles there. Then I've got other bits and bobs. I've got my inner in my white panel for inside already cut, so I can put that aside as well. And other little bits that I'll show you in a second from the die cut set and a little panel there for my sentiment. So I might just move them out of the way so I don't lose them, and I'll bring them as I need them. So we've got my panel of white, and that's what I'll start with. So I've got the stamp set here, and I'm going to start with this really nice sort of maidenhair fern leaf here. I'll just grab that out. I should have had it blocked up already, but it's got excited by my drawer. So I'm going to block that one up, and I'm going to actually use a nice softer green. I would normally go to Old Olive, but I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz this time. And I'm going to stamp it once onto this little rectangle. I might just turn the light off in my craft room. I've got a horrible shadow there, so there we go. Hopefully that's gone, mostly. It's weird, the light's a bit funny outside. Okay, that's fine. A bit of a shadow there. Okay, so I've got my foliage there in my Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to stamp it off once and then just pop it just from the bottom left to the top right of my little white rectangle. So there we are. That's really all the stamping I'm going to do on that. I am going to stamp some other things. So normally, of course, you would stamp first and then die cut second, but I've already die cut, so you guys don't have to watch me doing that. So I'm going to this time use full strength Pear Pizzazz on this particular leaf. It's going to be good to see if I can actually line it up, but I'll try my best, and I'll probably bring my head into shot just as I line it up, so bear with me for a second. So as I say, normally you would stamp first and die cut second, but to save you all that pain, I'll do it. I've done it this way. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a little bit off centre, but it doesn't matter too much. So there, so I've got that little fern leaf done in full strength Pear Pizzazz, and that's going to come in over here, sort of there. I've also got the flower, really nice sort of chrysanthemum type flower, I suppose. I've already die cut that as well, and I'm going to do that in, if I can find it, in my petal pink ink. Oh, crash, apologies. Oh, this might be trickier because I've got to line it up. Bear with me. I probably should have just die cut them anyway, but anyway, let's have a go. I think it's that way. Yep, that looks right. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I can always do a second one and die cut it. Do it this way. It looks like it's that one. Okay, so a little bit roundabout. Yep, that's worked okay. So there's our little flower. Just saves me disappearing to the die cut machine. So there we go. So there's our flower there. And the last thing I want to do is just stamp our sentiment. I'm going to use "Friends like you mean more every year." It's a lovely sentiment, and it's very true. I'll just grab a block for that as well, and some black. I'm just going to do this one in black. So I've just got a little sentiment there. I think that little sentiment, I think is 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, by about 2 inches long. Just in case you want to know, but just big enough for your sentiment. What I've also got here from the die set is this beautiful sort of ornate edging piece that comes with it, and I've also done that in the petal pink. So I've got two of those. One's going to be at the top and one at the bottom. I've got a couple of little leaves that I've also die cut out of the soft sea foam, so those as well. I've got the little centre, the flower centre that comes with the die set as well, so that's out of the soft sea foam, and of course a little champagne gold butterfly. So I'm going to use all those on the card as well. So we can actually start popping this together now. So I'll bring back my stamped panel. I'm going to actually just straight glue this extra leaf to there. I'll just grab my glue. Just trying to do this in the right order. With my sample I actually did it in the wrong order, so I'm trying to get it right this time. So I'm just going to pop that there, up like that. And then I'm going to bring in my other parts of this. So I'm going to bring in my stone embossed panel. I'm going to pop this soft sea foam stitched rectangle. I'm going to pop that onto there, just off at a slight angle, something like that, just a bit off the angle, not too crazy, but just a little bit. So I'm going to put that on with some double-sided tape. Just bear with me. Just because it's going onto a fairly deeply embossed surface, so I'd like it double-sided tape to help it stick without using a huge amount of glue. I'm just going to pop there, same sort of distance, left, right, up, down, at a slight angle. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in our little top and bottom die cuts. There's the top one. Where'd the other one go? Oh, I was so determined not to lose it. Where did I pop it? Has it fallen down? Attached itself to me somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to put those top and bottom, and the reason I'm putting them on now is because I want them to just slightly overlap the soft sea foam panel that's there. If I leave it too late, or if I do it too early, I wasn't going to be able to do that. So just lining those up, slightly overlapping, just top and bottom. There we are. Take it up a little bit. Just get a old baby wipe and just get rid of some of that excess glue and firm it down a little bit. Okay, cool. Right, so second part, I'm going to bring in our white stamped rectangle, and I'm going to pop that on. Same sort of thing, but slightly going back the other way to our original rectangle. So that rectangle, the first one's going to the left, this one's going to be slightly to the right. So I'm just going to glue that as well. There we are. This way a bit, just to try and get it the same distance top and bottom and left and right. Okay, how's that looking? Cool. So I might bring in our card base now and actually pop our stone rectangle onto that. Again, I'm going to use double-sided tape. can start with our die cuts. So I'm going to put the flower up here in the top right hand corner, and I'm going to pop that onto a dimensional. I want my nice big ones. There we are. Pop that up on a dimensional and pop that there. And then on the top of that, on the centre of that, I'm going to pop this little flower centre here, just in the soft sea foam, just like that, just for a bit of interest. And perching onto that, I'm going to put our little butterfly. I'm going to use a glue dot to put our butterfly on there. Oh, it's stuck to my finger already. Just a little glue dot on the back of our butterfly, and then have him perched on our little flower just up there in the corner. Okay, so we're nearly done. Just the last thing to do, or a couple of things to do. I'm going to pop our sentiment box on. I'm going to put that on dimensionals as well. There we are. And just over here, sort of lining it up with the panel, the little border panel that we've got there. And just sort of just covering over the bottom of our little stems, little stems of our fern leaves there. We've got that. And the last thing, but not necessarily least, is I've got these little die cut leaves in the soft sea foam. I'm going to pop them, one of them down here. And the other one up the top, coming in from the back of that little flower. There we are. Everything stick. Cool. So that one is done. I think that looks really nice. It's some of my favourite things. I love petal pink, I love soft sea foam, I love gold obviously, and I love these stamp sets and embossing folders. So all in all, that card makes me exceptionally happy, which is the idea of this last week. I popped my panel on the inside just so that the lucky recipient can write on it and send it off or keep it. Pop that in there. And this one is done. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed the last 7 days. 7 days of 7 cards. Finished up today with the last one, which is this one. I'm going to be bundling them all off and sending them to Janice in the UK once I get her mailing address. Yeah, so I'll just show you the 7 that we have done, that I've done. So we've got the beautiful positive thoughts there. Yesterday's was the Ornate Garden, which is a new bundle available to customers from the 1st of April. We've had our Dress to Impress, our beautiful Friendship, our Blossoms, Forever Blossoms, our Birthday Buddies, and the beautiful Daisy Lane. So hopefully you've enjoyed those. You get to try some of them yourselves. Thank you so much for everyone who commented. Some of your comments were absolutely lovely, just made me so happy to see them. And hopefully you will subscribe to my channel so you can catch me again when I come back with normal card making, weekly card making videos once we get back to normal routine. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for everyone who commented and liked my videos. Please subscribe so that I can keeping in touch with you all, and I will see you all next time.